Welcome to this next episode of Rural Campus, and I'm Raj, your host. Today we are going to talk about a bit of planning as to when we have to plan things, when we have a campaign to roll out. How do you plan? Suppose you have to reach out to a district and you want to reach out to as much people as you want, then how do you plan? Now, if you've been running through files of census, you would see that many states have large number of small villages with very small population, and there are villages which even fall under 500 or 600 kind of a population if you are in hilly region. In Rajasthan, you find villages named after canals, R42 and things like that. How do you reach out to maximum number of people? Now, in each state, you will have to calculate how well we can reach. Is it that we should reach by adding more number of villages? Will that give us quite a lot of people to talk? Or is it that we should be talking to people like in 10,000 or 25,000 population places, and that's how you will get about 50-60% of the population of that place? What we have seen is that even if you put all the mass media together, you reach about 37-38% of the total population. But if you want to increase that, obviously you have to reach beyond. You have to use things which are beyond mass media. And there are various kinds of media which is available, starting from wall paintings to miking to booming to art activities and stuff like that. So how do you plan based on census, and how do you take indicators out of census to be your target kind of a thing? Like if you are well versed with census, it has several parameters. Now, if you just take out houses which have toilets, so then the villages which have higher number of toilets have good hygiene practice. So maybe you want to go in there or not go in there. So you can take such kind of decisions based on electrified village, non-electrified villages, and you find a different mix which you can always achieve. Similarly, there are also restrictions with media. Like there is nothing called media for one category. Like if you're giving an ad in, say, Economic Times or business magazines, kind of profile you are reaching. But in rural, if you've painted a wall, you've reached everybody, right? From R1 to R5, everybody sees that wall. Or if there's any kind of an event which you do, then again everybody will see it. So there's no segregation as such. So it's very difficult to just do one. You can at times do things like just do programs for women or mother or old or farmers, but then that is getting very, very specific in terms of communication. But otherwise, the medium, whatever you do, it reaches everybody. In that kind of a scenario, what we keep looking for is what we call channels. Now, channels are of prime importance to us. Say barber's channel. So most of the men go to barber for their shaves, which is weekly or fortnightly or occasionally, but they do go. Barbers do give information. So you can just do your campaign on barber shops. Or if you are doing a beautician channel, even in a 5,000 population village, you find some kind of a beautician or some kind of a parlor. Similarly, say, suppose you are into paints or hardware or cement industry. So there are labor chalks and there are labor shops or there are hardware shops. So you can make a channel out of that. So how do you make channels? There are milk federations. There are milk channels where people come and deposit their daily milk productivity kind of a thing. So you can make such channels. There are video shops. There are cell phone shops. So how do you identify and create a channel for yourself where you find where the youth footfall will be, where women footfall will be, where you can find youngsters, so maybe colleges, maybe. So you take out a channel and then you work on that channel. And similarly, you have weekly markets called Hats. There are different kinds of channels which we create also. So if you see that in Bihar, say there is Jivika, where self-help groups are there, so you can go and create some of those kind of channels. So you have to find out where best you can meet maximum number of your target audience and how well you can talk to them. There will be a part two of it as to how to communicate with them. Now, I also get some questions like, if my ad is seen on television and even in rural areas, what is the need for me to go there again? Okay, so the need is that, one, the ad which you are running for urban audiences are so polished that as a rural customer, they don't see themselves in it, or they think this is very urban, it is not for me, or they do not understand the application of it. They may have some kind of an aspiration for it. So you may have to create something, and most of the time you have to show, demonstrate as to what is it, how it has to be used, why it has to be used, how it is benefited. So lots of things needs to be shown to them. That's why we need to go into different kinds of medias and then explain it to them. And possibly once you've gone there, then leave behind something for a reminder, or make a channel where you can, like, come back to you. So if you've left a postcard, or if you've left a kind of an SMS kind of a thing, that you send us this query, or you win something, so you lure them into what kind of communication you have designed. Apart from that, you have fixed mailers, which are of importance, right from mailers which are of 1 day or 2 day, you have mailers which run into months. So if you are using those mailers, and these are not for quick sell, as most of the companies I see doing, they put up a small and start selling things at a discount or something. That's not brand communication as far as I know. It's a quick sale kind of a thing, which is good if you get some sales. But if you are trying to create some kind of a brand saliency, then you have to involve people along with your brand story. So, and there are various methods and various procedures by which you do it. So you have mailers, you have hearts, you have different kinds of channels which is available to us. So how do you plan your campaign? Do let us know, and if you need some kind of a planning help from my side, do write to us. I've got some queries which I will be replying again. So keep in touch from this channel, Rural Campus, and be good, be safe, and I'll be talking to you again very soon.